March is march to create the awareness, but also we're hoping going forward it is going to be assisting these men who are saying, I'm signing a pledge that I'm going to do whatever I can. If I know of a friend, because in one way or the other, you know of a friend, you know of a brother who's battling with the relationships in their houses, you know of something in the church who's battling with these issues, these men, we want them to be the change agents. It should not be enough to say, I don't do it, but we want them to go a little bit further and say, what is it that I'm going to do to assist? We are not expecting them to go and be Superman and try and put themselves into danger, but we have invited the NGOs that are in the space that will already provide pamphlets. We are also coming as government to say what is it that you can do, because we believe there's a lot that a person can do. You have a boy child at home. What is it that you are doing in bringing up that boy? How do you assist that young man in understanding how to negotiate relationships? Because that's where it starts. It doesn't start when that boy is already killed somebody and then you say, oh God, as a father, I wish I had done something. So what we are hoping to do is that going forward, everybody is going to say, I am going to do something. If I know of a neighbor that is abusing a child, I will come out and say there is a child line that I can phone and report. If there is a friend of mine who is abusing the girlfriend or boyfriend, I am going to do something. With an NGO that is involved in counseling, I will advise and say, here is a number, this is what you need to do. And we are also hoping, that is why we have partnered with the members of the media, because we are saying someone out there at home, we might prick their conscience. We might say to that young man who thinks that it is cool to beat up a woman, will say, you know what, it's not too late, let me do something about it. We are also hoping the media will cover this march with a view of saying somebody out there at home might be sitting and in distress and saying, what can I do to get myself out of this man who is abusing me? We are saying, we're hoping this march will empower that woman to say, there is a way out. You can get out of this relationship. So it's a whole approach and an intervention that we are hoping is going to go beyond the march. We do want every peace-loving man to join. We have said that it is a 100-man march. And I think we need to explain the 100-man march. This year we're celebrating the centenary of Tatu Madiba, which incidentally this month would have been his birthday month on the 18th of July. It is the month of the stalwart Albertina Sisulu, who would have also turned 100 years. And colleagues, the reason we had to be symbolic with this 100 is because we want to remind everybody that these stalwarts have spent their lives fighting for this freedom, fighting for this constitution, fighting for these human rights for children and men. And I think it is in our hands to make sure that we do not fail them. Because at the rate of 117% increase, it just tells you we will be failing these stalwarts. They've done their bit, they've sacrificed their lives to make sure that we have this freedom and we have these rights enshrined in our constitution to protect women and children. It is upon all of us to make sure that we do not fail them. We make them proud. Wherever they are, they must know that there are men and women who are saying, not in our name, we are going to do something. And we hope that this launch is going to assist. We have said that tonight we want to unveil the pledge, which I think it will be read out. The intention is exactly that. We want any peace-loving man to come out and say, I want to be counted. I will sign and I will commit to do something in saving the women and making the place safer for women and children in this country, because they are equally citizens of this country.
My pledge to end violence against women and children. Change begins with me, and I can motivate others to end violence against women and children. Therefore, I pledge to help break the culture of silence that accompanies violence and abuse. I pledge not to commit violence and to act when I see violence against women and children. I pledge to teach those in my care the values of human dignity, equality, and respect.
Members of the media, when I was approached about 3 weeks ago to say, would you support the Send Me or the 100-man march, I immediately agreed that we have to do it. For two reasons, Phumla, that you've explained. One is to create awareness, and secondly is to make sure that we take this message to every part of South Africa. We've said it earlier, the rates of violence against women and children are alarmingly high. Enough is enough. We can sit back, we can point fingers at civil society, we can point fingers at the police, we can point fingers at government. That will not take South Africa forward. And it's time that men stood up and took this pledge, and today I want to give my full support, not only to the event on Tuesday, but to everyone that you will be taking forward to. And I hope President Cyril Ramaphosa, Phumla, who loves walking, will be joining this event on Tuesday to show his commitment as well to supporting the stance that GCIS is taking on behalf of government.